Row Pro, the next option that you heard about. What is that? That's the air pressure on the openers. Okay? That's the cylinders mounted in here. All the parallel arms already mounted on this year's planters here. The cylinders are mounted in here. You're setting your pressure here, probably a higher notch than you normally would run the opener. Now you're taking air and you're taking pressure on or off to maintain what you want to be for your target, for your opener in the field running. Okay? Once again, it's a load cell that's in the T-handle here. It's where it sits, and it's reading that at all times, what that pressure is. And that's off the side depth wheel, the T-handle there. Load cell's mounted pretty close to it. You got to add a harness. And basically, up to 3 modules per planter. You have a section of a planter, you're going to have a module, because we're going to monitor the front and the rear row. 3-section planter, you got your 3 modules. Okay? And you'll be able to change those independently. One front and one rear will represent that section of the fronts and rears, likewise in all the sections across there. What do? We're going to add some more modules. Do a row pro. That's what you see, and that's what they'd all line up at. If I had everything in here, basically, I got a POM for a hydraulic hitch. I got this guy right here. There's your T-com, which is your true count. Now you got your down pressure load cell modules. You got your member modules. You got the same thing going on out here. Just put them all in line. Okay. Couple things you can do. Now that you put this new module on, you see another button that appears. It's a down pressure set button. You can enable or disable and link them together. A little better definition of what you're talking about. You got a front row and a rear row. You can set your front at 140. You can set your rears at 130. Okay? If they're linked together, that means whatever percentage I want to increase or decrease, 10%, if I want to add to or take away, they're both going to move. Okay? You'll do it on that section. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and that's actually 2 sections of a planter, fronts and rears, fronts and rear. You disable that, and you could actually have independence if you want to do both of them. And you could have 2 different fronts and rears, and you could have actually increase and decrease different, but you got to change them both if you want to, or none at all. What's that amount to when you get to the work screen up here? They're linked together, see? So you go plus or minus, and they're all going to be the same. They're going to both go up, both go down. Here you got independently. Once again, you're going to slide that in on the work screen and say, where do I want that at? It's your down pressure scan. That could be screen 1, could be screen 2, however you want that to be. And basically that's what it's like when it's running in the field. You can see we're planting. You can have another bar graph there, and that's your air pressure on the row pro running at the same time versus your target. And there they are separate with each other. Diagnostics mode, basically you can go there, and that's actually showing back behind the scenes. That's taking the load cell, actually the voltage off that load cell, converting to what it really is. The actual live bar graph behind the scenes. Calibration screen and a place you can actually zero these things out. I caution you, if you're a zero them out, make sure the planter's in the air, make sure it's not full of mud that's hanging up on that side depth wheel when you actually call that 0. Questions, Real Pro?